What if I told you a senior police officer was removed from his post during elections because the election commission believed he was not neutral enough? And just a few years later, the same officer contested an election on the very side he was accused of favoring and won. This is the story of R. Natraj. Hello, I am D. Suresh Kumar and you are watching Tamil Nadu elections with the Hindu. At a time when the Election Commission has been transferring police officers across states, including Tamil Nadu, it is worth revisiting a fascinating case from 2006, one that raised an important question. What did neutrality really mean in elections? The story began in March 2006. Tamil Nadu was heading into assembly elections. The model code of conduct was in force. At that time, R. Natraj was serving as the Chennai Commissioner of Police, a crucial role overseeing law and order across nearly 14 constituencies. On the eve of International Women's Day, he gave an interview to a newspaper. And in that interview, he said, Chief Minister Jayalalitha was the perfect example of the ideal woman, an icon every woman should look up to. That one statement changed everything. DMK leader A. Raja filed a complaint with the Election Commission of India. His concern was straightforward. If a senior police officer publicly praised a political leader, could he be trusted to ensure a fair and free election? The Election Commission of India believed this raises serious doubts. It stepped in and it ordered that R. Natraj be transferred immediately as Chennai Commissioner of Police. Because the EC took the view that it was not enough for officers to be neutral, they also had to be seen as neutral. But the Jayalalitha government challenged this order in the Madras High Court. The High Court held that the EC's direction was not binding at that stage, but the matter did not end there. The Election Commission then approached the Supreme Court, arguing that its powers began from the announcement of elections, not just from formal notification of polls. Because without that authority, it could not ensure free and fair polls. Eventually, amid this legal tussle, Natraj was replaced and Latika Saran was appointed as Chennai Police Commissioner. Then came the most unexpected turn in the story some years later. In 2014, after retirement, Natraj joined Jayalalitha's AIADMK. Yes, the very leader he had once publicly praised. But what followed in 2015 was even more dramatic and almost bizarre. He was suddenly expelled from the party one day. The reason? A television channel had aired a critical comment about the government, but mistakenly used Natraj's name and photograph. In reality, that critical comment had been made by another person with a similar name, but the damage was immediate. Believing that Natraj had criticized her government, Jayalalitha ordered his expulsion from the party. Natraj, of course, denied making any such statement, and soon the truth emerged. The television channel admitted its mistake. It had mixed up identities and wrongly attributed the comment. And then, just as swiftly as he was expelled, Jayalalitha revoked the order the very next day. Within 24 hours, he was back in the party. And then came the time to reward him for his loyalty. In 2016, Jayalalitha fielded Natraj as a candidate from Mylapore constituency in Chennai. He won the election and entered the Tamil Nadu Assembly as an MLA. It was a remarkable journey, from being an officer transferred by the Election Commission over questions of neutrality to entering politics and winning on that very side. The story showed something important. Elections were not just about voting. They were about perception, institutional credibility, and the thin line between neutral service and political alignment. Sometimes, as this story shows, a single statement can alter the course of a career, and sometimes it can begin an entirely new one. Thank you for watching. I shall meet you in another video.